As we go deeper in meditation, zillions of thoughts come and they don't let you go beyond themselves to a state of thoughtlessness. Thoughts are ours. We are the one who are thinking of other people, objects or situation, and we blaming the thoughts. We get frustrated. We hate it. We don't like it. And despite that, we keep on trying to meditate. But meditation cannot take you beyond the thoughts, only because we are still attached to zillions of things, people, day-to-day life events. And in this process, we cannot leave this sansar that we are holding on to through our mind. It's us, it's our choice to hold on to this events, people, situations. It is our habit that we cannot come out of. The reason we are still attached to it is we think there is still something to achieve, gain, take away, be famous, be rich. When we want something from sansar, obviously we will think of the sansar all the time, because that's where our investment is. That's where our future returns are gonna come. We are continuously involved in future rewards, staying in the present, neglecting the present, despite which things come sometimes they don't. And the life goes on till we die. We never go beyond the thoughts. Gentle persuasion and perseverance allows us to realize the futility of these achievements, so-called achievements, which is interwoven into the sansar. If I need to be famous, I need other people who are not famous. If I want to be rich, I need other people to be poor. In this process, we never realize that we are trying to achieve something. It's impossible. The peak of prosperity, peak of richness is short-lasting. As soon as you turn around the corner, somebody is more famous, more rich, more beautiful, more handsome. This struggle becomes frustrating, but we still don't learn. That's why meditation is helpful. And you start picking into a zone which is beyond the thoughts. As you go deeper in meditation, you are thrown into the higher consciousness, the consciousness which is well balanced, equanimous, unwavering, sthita prajna. This is the inner consciousness that seems to be the source of everything that exists, including all the manifestations, the moons and the galaxies and stars and animals and planets and everything. Everything is within this zone of consciousness, which is unbiased and totally steady. It doesn't favor anyone over the other. Despite people's belief that God is going to do something for me, God is neutral. The suffering is coming in your life only because of this neutrality of God. If you commit a crime, the punishment will come. It's not that there is anybody there to give you the punishment. The neutrality, the balance, is a way of life. So if you start rising higher, there is always going to be a counterbalance that will come into the picture to bring your ego down. And nobody has planned it. If you start thinking you are something, something is already on the rise that will bring your ego down to normal, or even worse, beyond normal, worse than normal. So this balance is the law of the universe, the universal consciousness thrives in neutrality, in balanced state. And it has to. If it favors, then how is it God? All our good situations in life are because of our good karmas, and bad situations are because of bad karmas. Karmic cycle is the law of the universe. When we are going through bad times, we want to change the situation so that it gets better. That's because we don't have faith in this neutrality of the universe, the balanced state of universe, without which the universe cannot function. It will become lopsided. It's like a law that is holding on the country where everybody is within the reach of this law, and whoever does the crime gets punished. Now, we may not have much faith in the law, looking at all the events happening in front of us, people walking away without getting punishment for their crimes, people getting rewarded for being illegal. Yes, but this is the law that is much higher and above the normal laws of the sansar. Going into this state of consciousness means getting settled in neutrality, developing faith in this higher law, the law which takes care of everything. All the bad events, good events come with a reason and for a reason. Staying at the mind level, we are not going to have a glimpse of this higher state of consciousness. And that's why it's important to transcend your mind, because mind is tiny. It is looking only for its goals, gains and losses. And you are surrounded by people believing in this. These tiny goals makes us think so much and never let us have a peace. Going beyond the mind is where the game starts, where you experience the neutrality, the balanced state of existence, and that synchronizes you with the balanced state of the whole universe. And in this state of neutrality, things start becoming clearer, more obvious. You realize the law of karma being well established on a much higher scale than your life's day-to-day events. It spans across multiple lives. And it punishes for your bad intentions or karmas, and it rewards you for your good intentions. The reward is in the form of peace and tranquility, and punishment is in the form of anxiety, stress, suffering. More you walk away from this universal state of consciousness, more stress, more ego, more suffering. The more you stay closer to this universal state of existence, which is sthita prajna, which is well balanced, equiposed, more faith develops within you. With this faith, you become the master of your life situations. You don't get affected by anxieties of the future. You don't get regrets about your past. And you remain in this state of equanimity perpetually. As you can see in front of you, the life is created from this basic principle of fairness, democracy, equality for all. This becomes your nature if you choose to settle in this universal consciousness. And that's where the truth is hiding. Truth becomes prevalent. Fairness becomes prevalent. Equality for all becomes prevalent. And the faith gets studied into your inner psyche. This faith is what makes you glide through the sansar. Without any sufferings. You transcend the sufferings because mind is the suffering. Transcending the mind is transcending the sufferings. Sufferings are only because of lack of the knowledge of the higher state of consciousness. So meditation is ultimately to receive this highest knowledge that is within the core of the whole universe or multiple universes, who knows. To be able to become steady in this state is the ultimate realization, and to walk around in the world with this faith that you have developed. This is one solid faith. It's not the faith that somebody has told you that there is God. It's your truth. It's your faith. The faith has to spring from within, not given to you by someone else. Things which are borrowed have no value. Things that are given to you can be taken away. If your faith comes from the temples and churches and priests and gurus, that has no value. Because whatever can be given can be also taken away. People change from Hinduism to Muslim, Muslim to Christianity, Christianity to Muslim, whatever. This shows the flimsiness of this faith. Go beyond the mind. Have the real faith. That is the faith of highest nature. This is the faith in highest law of the nature which never fails. Settle in it. Let that law guide your life peacefully. And this is how you transform yourself. This is how you evolve from the mind into your inner consciousness, where you don't exist the way you knew yourself, but a new you is developing, where you merge with this highest body of fairness, sthitprajna state, of which you become the citizen. And then you can go through this stormy ocean of sansar peacefully. Have a good day.